Well, being born on a cotton plantation in the South, and being poor, in that way, no, it was not very easy, because I remember times when we didn't have anything to eat for what seemed like an unsurmountable amount of time, and we had to rely on the forest and whatever we could dig out of the ground, such as weeds, or a kind of grass, I remember, that had a kind of onion growing at the bottom of it. And when we could find things like that to eat, then we were all right.
You said, my mother gave me away at the age of 5, and if my mother gives me away, she doesn't want me. So why should anybody want me?
Well, I think that when a mother gives a child away, according to the way I feel, as you are asking me that question, it is true. I have always lived with a feeling that if my mother gave me away, as I feel anyone would feel if one's mother gave you away, that means that the most important person in the world didn't want you. Whatever the reasons might have been, I think that there are many explanations I can make for my mother giving me away. And I think that even though I have tried to explain within myself as to why she gave me away, it's still very difficult for me to accept it.
How do you view the people now that you're at the top and all the sort of fawning admirers? Do you sort of stay within yourself and look at them and think, would you really want to know me if I wasn't Eartha Kitt? Do you have this sort of reserve about meeting people?
Yes, I think because of a fear that you have, that whomever comes into your life, you're wondering if they really like you enough not to give you away.
As a mother, you've chosen a very hard business to live in, haven't you? To be a mother, I mean.
Well, I know they say that it is very difficult to be a mother. I think that my mother-in-law was one of the first ones to say, how could you possibly go through the aggravation, because to her it was an aggravation to carry my child around the world with me. As a matter of fact, this is one of the first times I've ever been without my child. And I didn't think of it in terms of being problematical. I thought that as a person, as a mother, whatever my life was or is, that I am a mother first of all, and that whatever I have to go through, then I also have the responsibility of taking care of my child. Therefore, for me to be a mother in show business may look difficult to someone else who's looking on, but I've found ways to share show business and be in show business and still be the kind of mother I would like to be. In the beginning, particularly, the enemies that I had mostly were black people. And I think it was because, and is also today, because they don't understand me. They don't understand that I don't think of myself in terms of being a black person. I think of myself as being a person who belongs to everybody. But I think one should always feel this way. I think that as long as you are feeling in terms of belonging only to one race, one nationality, and one religion, that you have to be prejudiced. And therefore, since I have always, according to where I was born and how I was born, I am an illegitimate child, and at the same time, I was not of completely black parentage. My father was supposedly a Caucasian, and my grandparents are Cherokee Indians. My mother was half black and all of this, and therefore my blood is of yours and of anybody's, and therefore I've always thought of myself as this. And to be prejudiced against any of the other bloods is rather silly to me. Even if I was born absolutely black, I think that I would still feel the same way, because particularly since I have been in a position to do a lot of traveling and to see the trials and tribulations of races against races around the world, I don't think that it's healthy naturally. And I think that religion is somewhat guilty of this, and economics mainly is the most positive thing that I can think of that causes racial prejudices and also religious prejudices. But no matter what I read about the one harassment against the other one, I see where money is constantly involved.
Yes.
So I think that when we are able to recognize that no matter what the color or religion you belong to, that you are capable of gaining as much as the next person can, no matter what race or religion he belongs to, I think the situation will be much healthier.